What is up, my knights, my soul family? I'm Destry. Welcome back to Daily Spiritual Talk. And if you want to join the Knights of Light family, please hit subscribe down below. And if you want to help and support my channel and help the algorithm so more people see my videos, please hit the like button down below and comment at the bottom. I would love your feedback. But for our spiritual talk today, what are we talking about? What is the focus? Our focus is, wait for it, our fears. Yes, to our abundance. Now, I feel like this is a very normal thing, a thing that affects a lot of people and has indefinitely and totally affected me through my life also, and the things I really wanted to achieve. Holding fears towards our happiness, these fears like stick in us, right? In our energetic field when we tap in, like swords in the night, and you can see them. They're deeply implanted. And to get rid of these, we really need to dig deep and get to the root of the problem and really see where these fears were embedded in us, why we have them. They could have came from parents, they could have came from things we've seen or experienced, or could have came from past lives or, ancestral traumas, or the way we saw and we're told to live our lives through our life. Like I was told that you got to be a hard worker and you got to plan for the rest of your life and be happy. I've talked about this before, and be happy and have your money at the end of your life. But why is that something we get implanted into our head, that not everybody can be millionaires, not everybody can achieve this or whatever, and everybody throwing out these like little trick plans to get rich fast or whatever, and they don't work for everybody, and it kind of fucks everybody up, right? It kind of embeds more fears that we can't do it because we tried and we spent all this money and did this thing that didn't even really work. These people trying to just hack into your money and make you pay for things that don't really work. And so we got to get rid of these fears and see how they got implanted into us. And we really got to sit back and adjust and recalibrate to our true authentic selves. Like, how do we manifest? How do we create abundance? How does yourself create abundance? Because not everybody does it in the same way. And not everybody releases fears in the same way. Not everybody has the same fears. They could have came from a number of different things and a number of reasons why they're even there. I mean, a lot of us, even me, was at points we're scared to be happy. I went through addiction and everything, was so comfortable sitting in that high anxiety, that fearful mode of anything, and just it was okay to sit in that low vibrational area because it was comfortable there, and it was scary to reach out and scary to move forward and see what I could achieve, because I was so, one of the biggest things that I've experienced towards my fears towards abundance was fear of failure. I was so terrified of just failing that I wouldn't even try. I wouldn't even try at all. Like, I would just sit there and be like, what is the point? I'm probably just going to fail anyways, because I felt like I failed most of my life. But until I did the work and I had other people work on my energy field, like, I really realized I never really failed. Like, I became a Marine. That's a hard achievement to do. I even graduated high school when at times like I probably shouldn't have. I went to college, and that was a thing I never thought I'd do. And I achieved so many different things. Like right now I'm achieving creating my own business. I'm not failing. And I just had to, and I even succeeded at beating my addiction and moving to better and greater life standards and moving into higher frequencies. If I look at it differently, I really never failed. I may have never always done the right thing, but I never really failed. I always recalibrated and got right back on the right path, regardless of how it looked at the time. But I look back and I see my success. And once I see that, that can also help recalibrate your energy towards being more abundant and seeing the things you achieved and put you on a greater path. And, some of these thought forms that we can't achieve certain things or we don't deserve them or whatever, I've been there, really hurt us in the long run. Because if we think we don't deserve something, I mean, of course, our energy and our frequency and what we manifest is we're going to manifest that we don't deserve them. So why is the universe or God or whatever going to give that to us? That we don't deserve God's love or anything like that can really hinder what we're trying to manifest. And through this work, also, what I've learned is the way different people manifest certain things, their energy is specified to do things in a certain way, but we don't learn that as children on how we actually can create. We don't always learn that. We're like kind of like held back and taught certain ways, or this is the only way we can do things. But that's not always true. Everybody does things differently. And that also works with our manifestation on how our souls were born, what our souls were created to do, and what path we were meant to go towards, and how we can create our abundance and remove these fears. Because these fears sticking in us, um, they really do sit deep, and when we react on them or we act out on a fear-based level, that really clouds our vision, that really starts to hinder our success, that really starts to hinder our movement in life, and just keeps us where we sit and keeps us where we're at. I mean, even on the littlest things, like uh, sorry, I lost my train of thought. But even on the littlest things, when you sit there and you go out on a fear-based aspect, like spending the money on a car or whatever, when we sit there and look on the little things, like we get scared to spend money. That is a fear that creates lack, because we're trying to do things from a place of lack. We already believe that we don't have it. So we got to start believing that we have it, and that we will get what we spend in return. Now, I get like buying a car is like a big purchase, like, but we don't always have to think about that on the big purchases, because we can get there if we do the little steps and buy things and manifest things and create and keep moving forward. And eventually we'll get to that standpoint. But we got to remember, not come from a place of lack. Like, even when we have the money, you see people who have the money and they still have that fear of spending. And that can create a system where you just have what you have and you can't create anymore, because you're unwilling to give it back. You're unwilling to use the energy that you've created to receive more, so you can keep building on what you created. So when we sit there, I want you to think, what are your beliefs towards money? Do you believe money is the root of all evil? Do you believe that happiness cannot be achieved, that you cannot achieve being rich or whatever in this lifetime? Like, sit there. Is that what you really believe? Because that is what hinders us. A lot of people, even me, I would think at times that I really didn't deserve to be happy. So I kept creating these circumstances in my life where I was not happy. But I deserve to be happy, right? Everybody deserves to be happy. Everybody deserves it. Regardless of what you really did, everybody deserves a chance to be happy in life. So we can't think that we don't deserve things, because then we start to self-sabotage our situations, self-sabotage our relationships, um, self-sabotage just our life in general, and just keep creating unhappy situations where it seems that everything keeps going wrong and keeps going wrong. And if everything keeps going wrong, you got to sit there and think, am I being taught a lesson here that I got to get out of this vibration? Or am I just unlucky and whatever and don't deserve it, and everything's just going to keep going wrong in my life? I mean, really sit back and think, if everything just keeps going wrong in your life, how have you focused your mind on life? How have you focused your energy towards life? I've seen many people achieve things that haven't lived a great life, but they achieved, and they believed they were meant to be happy. They deserved certain things. They deserved it all. So they fought for it. They really recalibrated and recharged themselves to go for these things, not in a bad way, but in a good way. I mean, of course, bad people and everything can create money and whatever, or they came from a place where they already had the money, so it was easier for them. But we all can achieve our dreams. We have to believe that, or else nobody's going to achieve their dreams in this life. Even from the little man and up, we should be able to achieve our dreams. We need to change our paradigm and the way we think about abundance and the way we think about our own happiness. And even in the simple form of thinking your own happiness is selfish. Why is you being happy and you wanting yourself to be happy selfish? We do get taught that if somebody else isn't happy, you shouldn't be happy. You should try to adjust it that way. But no, we should be happy and help other people be happy and help other people create their abundance. If you create abundance, show somebody else what you did or help them create their abundance in their own way. That's the way we achieve things. We create abundance, we help other people create abundance. And that's the real joy in life, is helping everybody else achieve the same great things that you can achieve and we all can achieve. All right, thank you for joining me today. I love you all. I'm Destry from Knights of Light. Stay woke and continue shifting the paradigm.